The sower, the seed, and the environment all play a part in the creation of something beautiful. But it all depends upon the listener and the environment. Welcome once again to the Lighthouse. I am your host, Rachel. Today we'll be talking about examine your environment. What kind of environment are you in? Now, this parable of the sower who went out to sow some seeds. And as he sowed these seeds, some fell along the pathway, and the birds came and ate it all away. And then there were others that fell on rocky ground. And when they tried to grow, they were scorched. And then there were others that fell upon among thorns. As they grew, the thorns got up and just pierced through them, and they didn't survive. And then there were others that fell on a good soil. And these ones grew up and they bear so many fruits. What was Jesus trying to tell us about this parable of the sower? This is very applicable for us in our journey in the school called Earth. We are learning every day, and then you have to observe your life. What kind of environment am I in? By environment, I mean your consciousness. The most important thing it means is your consciousness. What kind of consciousness are you in? What kind of consciousness do you have? Because when you're going to awaken and resurrect, it's still your consciousness that is going to awaken. You have to die to the old ways, says Jesus. You have to be born in spirit, says Jesus. All this new birth, resurrection in spirit, all of these are your consciousness that must be born again in spirit. Can you see your consciousness? Can you feel your consciousness? No. Your consciousness, your mindset, your mindset, the way of being comes from your consciousness. So we have this avatar that's here in a school to learn. But this avatar, what kind of consciousness you're carrying in this avatar is what is going to portray to everyone that sees you. So your consciousness is like a TV box. You are like a TV box. What your TV has to express comes out of what it holds inside. What is your environment? So let us observe what is the seed. The seed is wisdom. Wisdom coming from your higher self, from the divine, from God that sent you to school. It comes down from the sower. Who is the sower? The sower can be a teacher. The sower can be a priest, a pastor, a teacher, a guru. He sows a seed of wisdom. Your consciousness is supposed to catch it. Now, this seed is the wisdom that comes from the sower. Now, it falls in an environment. The first environment, it fell on the pathway. And what happened? The birds of the air saw it quickly. They pick it up and eat it. The path is your self-ego. Your ego quickly sees the seed. It doesn't want it to be sown because the ego doesn't want to die and leave the human body, so it doesn't want you to catch wisdom here and there. Because if you start to catch wisdom, you probably might want to leave the earth. The ego doesn't like this. So when it sees the seed has been sown and it falls on the pathway, the ego quickly picks it up and it chews it away. The other one falls in the rocky ground. The rocky, when you see lots of rocks, what is missing here in this environment? There is no soil. But still, the seed was so powerful. It still grows among the rocks. Now, when it grows, this means that the rocky ground, the consciousness hears the wisdom, the words, but it doesn't have enough depth, enough root to hold on to it. And so it withers away. There is no depth to it. There is no depth in the consciousness. There was no soul. And so it withers away. Now it falls among thorns. What is thorns? Thorns are, it hears the message, and the cares of the world is just so much. Oh, my Facebook. Oh, well, my friends don't think this. Oh, what will my father say? Oh, the cares of the world. Take it all away from us. Because on a scale, we put the world more higher than what we just heard, which is wisdom. So the thorns just, you share with a friend, you share with a wife or a husband or somebody that doesn't in the same consciousness, in the same level as you, and you share what you just heard, and then the thorn just, oh, do you think that's what you're going to start listening to now? It kills it. Choke it. Take it away from you. Now you have the ones that fell on good soil. Now this is another environment where the seed fell in. The environment was right, perfect. Nature played its role, the sun, the wind, the rain come upon the word. And it had soil, it had depth, and it grew, and it blossomed, and it filled the consciousness, and it started to produce fruits. As a tree, like my favorite tree behind me, it started to produce fruits. What kind of fruits? I spoke in a video about if you're the Son of God. Fruits, the essences of God start to come out of you because it fell on right soil. It fell on a soil that was ready. It fell in an environment that the person was ready. Not everybody can take wisdom. When we throw out wisdom like this, not everybody can assimilate it. Another word for assimilate is soak, be soaked in it, soak it, take it in, suck it in, accept it, learn it, chew on it, walk with it, be it. Not many people can. They listen, they tell somebody about this. They had good intentions to tell somebody because they were excited. But then the thorns. Oh, are you one of those people that listen to such things now? The rocks, they have no depth. There's no place to stay. They die away. The path, well, it just they were not even ready. There was even no soil. The ego just kill it quickly. But those ones that have the right soil, those ones that have the right consciousness, those ones that are ready, seeking for their father, seeking for the way home, seeking to go through this university called Earth and pass the exams, those ones that are ready, that do the job day and night, they seeking the blossom, the fruits from the tree portrays what kind of spirit you have within you, because you're becoming more and more like your father. You're becoming more and more like God. You're becoming more and more, and all of a sudden, what happens? Resurrection. The consciousness in the flesh will see God. The consciousness in this flesh, in this lifetime, not after you die and go, in this lifetime, blossoms, resurrects as the Christ, and you will see God in the flesh. And now you become a transmitter, transmitting light to your brothers and sisters, showing them the way how to come home. You're transmitting light because you are light. You cannot transmit light if you have not been resurrected. You cannot transmit light if you are not portraying your Father. If you are engrossed in the material world. If you are carried away by the cares of the world. You cannot transmit light if you do not bear the fruits of your Father. Then I say that you lie. Your fruit must show who you really are. So examine your environment. Think about this. Chew on this. Your environment can be the friends that you hang with. Your environment can be the community that you are, and all the consciousness of the people are so lazy and so tired and so negative. You need to change towns. Or is the apartment that you're in, everybody in that environment, do not see them as people, they are consciousnesses. If their consciousnesses are negative, it weighs your consciousness down. You need to move. You're living in the city. The consciousnesses of the city weighs you down. You need to move to countryside just like me. What is your environment? Now, can you take in the seed? Can you grow? Chew on this for a little while. And remember, I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace. Peace.